Hey guys, Jason here. Today I'm going to be going over what I've been working on with the layout. It's been a while. I've been hard at work. Everything is an absolute mess behind me. I'm in the phases of completing the mountains, or at least getting the most difficult part out of the way, which is plastering, adding rock molds, and painting. It's an extremely messy process. I've been working non-stop since I've been home for break, which is why I haven't been uploading videos or letting you know what's been going on. But just a quick update for you guys. I'll show you the progress that we've got so far, and I hope you enjoy. So let's go ahead. So coming down and walking into the basement, the first scene and view you're gonna get is absolute mess. I have buildings and train cars on the couch. Everything is a real mess, but I've been getting a lot done, so let's go ahead and show you what I've been working on. Okay, I just completed these retaining walls. They're not completely done. I still have a few more things to put in, but as you can see, they've been put in place. Most of them are hot glued into where they're going to be permanently. I'm going to add a little bit of plaster to areas such as this, and then I'll be scenicking that, so they should blend in pretty well. I also might add one more rock wall going back into that tunnel under the town. But anyways, this has been done over the last 2 days, and I think they look pretty good. Alright, now the biggest change, which I hope to have completed here in a few days, is these mountains. This is the only part that I think you might have seen plastered and with molds on it. We have now completely plastered both mountains. We started adding rocks around this section and going down. We've started to work around this way. There's been a number of rock molds added and a few going back there. We also have these rocks put in place. This is actually called rock foil, and all it is really thick foil with rocks molded into them, and they're really good for steep surfaces like this where there's not much space. If you look on top here, it's pretty narrow between this top level and the grade going to the top level. So these worked out pretty well. Those work around the side of the mountain and go that way. We'll be adding a lot of molds back here. More molds around the steep edges. The thing about the rock molds is you don't have to completely cover the mountain in molds. Some places already look pretty decent. The more flat areas or the more sloped areas, you don't need to really add a bunch of molds. At least I'm not going to. I'm going to cover a lot of that area with grasses and dirt. And there'll be small stones and other rocks put in place, but the molds I'm putting in places where I actually want big rocks to be sticking out, such as this area. I'm probably going to add a few more onto this wall, but not many. But right around here where you have a really steep section where you would expect that at some point workers cleared out this corner to build the track and blasted away at the wall. So that's why there's so many rocks here. Working around the corner here, a lot of rocks here, and some molds in here, and then no molds here, but there's a lot of texture, a lot of techniques you can use for that. And what I'm going to keep doing is working my way around this side and the back side of the mountain. Hopefully that won't take too much longer, because I'm not covering every single surface with rocks. Here's a bunch of finished molds that I'll be applying to the mountain all day. I'll be making more molds out of the Woodland Scenic castings. Then I should get back to this mountain. Hopefully I might like to start putting some molds on it today even. I hope to have all my molds added in the next hopefully 2 days, and then we'll be able to move on to painting, which shouldn't be nearly as long of a process as applying these molds. Another thing to add is I got a second AIU, so all of my switches are now wired. There's not a single switch on the layout that cannot be operated by the DCS remote. All of this will be cleared up. I still have some stapling to do to get wires in an organized fashion. Of course, the skirting has been taken off because that was just getting super dirty. So all the switches on the layout are now wired. Walls are in place. Rock molds getting done. A lot of progress made. Big mess though. So that's about all for this layout update. When I get done with painting and I get everything cleaned up and I get the trains back on the track, I'll give you another update, show the trains running with a lot of the scenery done. Hope you enjoyed. One quick thing, I'm not going to do any how-to videos on how I made my mountains. I'm actually following, or closely following, the way Rich Batista does his layout. If you want to know how he does it, he has a website where you can buy his DVD. That's www.toytrainsontracks.com. Also, Eric Ziegel on YouTube has some great techniques too. Almost used a few of his methods. His name on YouTube is eZiegel76. Both of those guys have great techniques. So if you want to know how to have mountains like these, hopefully you like them when they're all finished, you can check out those two guys. So that about does it for this video. I'll go through it again in a few days when it hopefully looks a lot better than this. But hope you enjoy.